Hello everyone, and thank you for joining our Lead Generation Solution webinar. My name is Courtney Peak. I'm the head of support here at PreciseFP. A little housekeeping before we get started. Everyone is on mute, but if you have any questions, please feel free to put those in the chat box and we'll be sure to respond within 24 business hours. All right, with that, let's go ahead and get started. So the average cost for each new lead captured online is approximately $55 US. And this number really can grow exponentially if you use expensive lead generation services or if you outsource your lead generation to third-party companies. So capturing the lead's contact information is the most important part of lead generation. And that's just another aspect of client data gathering. So why should you pay for yet another service that focuses solely on capturing leads when PreciseFP does that and so much more? Now, there really is no magic solution. You will need to put in the work. If you can't show why you are better than your competition, no amount of online ads or lead generation campaigns will help increase your client base. We're here to help you create and automate your lead generation process so that you can focus your time on building relationships with your new potential clients. So with PreciseFP's published templates, you can create unlimited contact forms, lead magnets, freemiums, surveys, quizzes, or any other lead generation piece that you can really think of. And once a new lead opens one of your templates, they're automatically created as a new prospect account. And all data that they input is going to be saved under a new engagement. And then using our pipeline feature, you can easily build your onboarding flow and automate different follow-ups that depend on how well each lead qualifies. Now, before we start, let's just kind of quickly talk about a few definitions or terms that you're going to hear or see often on this presentation. The first one being accounts. So accounts are your client or prospect household records. Other applications may refer to them as just clients or households, contacts, or records. An account will always include one main client and then may sometimes include a co-client, such as a spouse, partner, significant other. Form templates. So in essence, form templates are smart dynamic forms. They're fully customizable, and we do provide a large library of ready-to-use templates for a multitude of situations. Engagements. When you engage a client or a prospect account with a form template, a new engagement is created. Engagements will store the information input by the client and can be previewed or printed exactly as they left it. And lastly, the account profile. So this is actually where your client's relevant data is going to be stored at. So contact information, household information, assets, liabilities, this all resides in the account profile. And we use this information to actually pre-fill some of your engagements. And when your client completes the engagements, we automatically update their account profile to include that new collected information. And then some of that information from the profile can then be exported to other systems via our integrations. Now, let's go ahead and jump on over to our demonstration where we're going to take a look at PreciseFP's templates and see how easy it is to create a unique lead generation template that you can publish on your website. And we'll walk you through the process as a new lead and show you what they would see and finish with how you can customize your prospect pipeline to automatically engage your new leads with a follow-up prospect qualifying template. So let me go ahead and switch my screen on over here. So let's go right into the template library. So let's go under form templates here. Let's take a look at this form library. So this is our library of forms that come with PreciseFP. These are ready to go, ready to be used. Our focus today is going to be lead gen. So under categories here, I'm going to go to lead generation. Here are the current ones that we have. Now we are going to be looking at expanding upon this, so definitely check back often. You'll see more templates being added to the library as we continue to grow. So definitely come out here and take a look. So some of these, these are really fantastic. Like this financial wellness one has a bit of a gamification feel to it. Just to kind of take a preview of it here. So it is more interactive for potential clients. They can go out here, take a short quiz, basic information that they're giving you, which is again pertinent information, that important information to build the lead, getting first name, last name, email, and mobile number. And then when they actually complete this, it provides them with this really nice detailed report, almost just kind of giving them information about in this case, their wellness score. This one is a little more simplified. It's a financial consultation template. So as you can see, again, getting basic information and asking them what is the best day for someone from our firm to contact them. These two here, the 5 steps to early retirement and the 5 biggest investor mistakes, have a bit of a freemium feel to them. So in this one, what they do first is they're giving you their contact information, and then when they click on finish, it gives them something in return. So in this case, it is just a guide of content that we created and provide. You are welcome, and I actually personally have seen a lot of advisors and firms kind of create their own spin on using PreciseFP as sort of a freemium delivery service. I've seen them, maybe attach their own guides that they want to download. I've seen advisors who are heavy into podcasts. They link up a podcast for the client to listen to. Maybe it's a video. You can embed a video out here. I've seen some advisors who write ebooks. They have the option for that contact to download an ebook. So the sky really is the limit when it comes out here. You've got a pretty good starting point with these. So we're going to focus on really kind of coming out here and taking one of these and kind of putting your own spin on it, if you will. So I want to kind of come out here and create one maybe called like a schedule appointment template. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to take this financial consultation one. It's already built, and I can go out here and I can kind of tweak it to my needs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here and install template. And then I'm going to go and click on customize. So with these, you may have saw that the security level to these is what we call low security, which is nice because it doesn't require them to create a password to do this, which we want to create a frictionless kind of initial foot in the door with us, right? So we don't want to have to ask them to create a password. But with that, just kind of keep in mind that you want to keep the information that you're asking them to input out here pretty limited. So you're not going to want to ask for like social security number or, upload bank statements or anything like that. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so with this one, I'm going to go in, and the first thing that I want to do is I can see that it is called financial consultation. I want to change that up. I don't want to call this financial consultation. I want to call this schedule appointment. So I can go out here and I can change up the description if I want to as well. I'm going to go ahead and just leave that as is. And the clients don't see that description. That's just for you and your internal purposes. Your firm can see that too. But I do like how it has the first name, the last name, the email. Now those 3 fields, those identification fields, are highly recommended to at least have on your lead gen pieces because that is what we use in PreciseFP to create them as an account. So those are the 3 minimums that I would highly, highly, highly recommend keeping on your template. You can, and I have seen advisors do this, I have seen them create a like a survey. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about today, but I have seen them create like surveys and leave off these fields to get anonymous responses back. So that's something to keep in mind. If you don't have at least this first name, last name, and email field, when somebody does complete this, it will show that anonymous completed that. So definitely recommend having at least this first name, last name, email field. The mobile is optional. That comes into play later on if you start kind of building this relationship with them, and maybe you get to something like a fact finder where it's going to require a PIN, and that can be sent out to them via SMS. So it's not required, but it is strongly recommended. So let's go ahead and edit this a little bit. So I'm not using this as a financial consultation, so I don't need these fields for best days to contact and best time to contact. So I'm just going to click on these, and I'm simply just going to remove them. Now I'm left with some empty cells. If I want to add something here, I can. So I can simply just click on it and click on the plus sign, and I can go out there and I can add a new element if I want. There is this comments box that is on this financial consultation, which is nice. So it allows my client to kind of go out there and, free text if they want, put whatever they want. Maybe I can change that up to say, please let me know what you would like to discuss at this appointment. Oops. Something like that. So again, just kind of giving you some ideas, showing you how you can go out there and edit that if you wanted to. And you can always add your own. This is a text area box is what this is. So if you add a new element, let me add a new element. It's a text area field. So it allows, as you can see, a larger box of text for them to type in versus this text field where it's just kind of like a single line. So now what I want to do is I want to add my calendar out here. So I'm going to go to New Elements, and under Graphical Elements, I'm going to choose Calendar App. And it defaults to be Calendly, but if you click on this, you see that we also have partnerships with Schedule Once, Acuity Scheduling, and ZenCal. So it's not an integration, but it's just placing your calendar as a widget onto the actual template. So I personally use Calendly. So what I'm going to do is, and bear with me because I don't know my Calendly link by heart, what I'm going to do, and there is a help article on how to get your Calendly link and all of that, which is really great. So I'm going to go out here and just get my Calendly link here. I'm going to just copy that link, come back into PreciseFP, paste that out there, and now what it will do is it will actually have my calendar widget just right here on the page. And you can play around with the positioning of this. So if you want to maybe elongate it, and you can play around with how you want to have it positioned. But I'm going to just go ahead and actually leave that right there in the middle of the page. And that's really it for this template. The thank you page is what they see after they actually complete the form. Now, one thing to keep in mind, we cannot make the scheduling of an appointment if you do add your calendar out here mandatory. That's not something that can be done because this is a third-party application, essentially. It's, again, just placing it as a widget on this template, so we have no control over that. So something to keep in mind. But these other fields here, you can definitely make mandatory so that they have to fill that out before they can complete the form. So let's take a look at this. Let's do a quick preview here and take a look and see what this looks like. So we're just doing a quick preview of it. I can see the first name, all that good stuff. There's my calendar that I can see there. There's that text area box, and there is my last page, and I can go out there and change that up if I want. I can see what it looks like on a tablet and a mobile device. Everything looks good there. So now the next question is, how can I, as the advisor, maybe put this on like my website or my social media sites or my LinkedIn page or my blog or what have you? That is what we call here at PreciseFP web publishing the form. So let me go ahead and actually, I have another schedule appointment one, so I'm just going to change the name of this just so I know which one I'm using for the demonstration today. So I'm going to go to Web Published, and I'm going to click on the plus sign here in the upper right hand corner, and it will show you your templates. But if you want to search for one specifically, like if I do that, it'll just show me my one that I have here. And then here are the multiple ways that you can go out here and publish this template. So maybe you want to build an iframe of the actual template for your website. Let me show you an example of an iframe on an advisor's website. This is an advisor that uses PreciseFP. She has for many, many years now, and she uses PreciseFP successfully as a lead generation solution. So this is her template that she has posted on her website as an iframe. This is a custom template that she has built. So when they go out here and they fill this out, so as you can see, she's got a couple of additional questions out here. When they go out here and they fill this out, they then become a prospect for her in PreciseFP. So this is what an iframe is. It's basically just putting and placing the actual form template right on your website. Back in PreciseFP, a couple of options that you can do to web publish this is a bar, which will be along the width of the top or bottom of your website. A button's nice, so then you can actually take that HTML code for the button or the bar, put that on your website. They click on that either bar or button, and then it opens up that PreciseFP form. If you want to do just a simple link, you can do an HTML link, or if you want to maybe do a simple URL to maybe share on like Twitter or on Facebook, or I don't even know. There's so many other places that you can go out there and kind of share it. I've seen some advisors who may use like Constant Contact or MailChimp, and they just email blast hundreds of contacts, and they just invite someone to click on this link. I've seen people do that. That would be something that you could certainly use this simple URL for. Just to make the demonstration today simple, I am just going to do the simple URL. So here is now the URL for that particular form that I web published. So I'm going to open this up now as if I am a prospect. So let me open up a new browser window here, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put the link here. So this is what it would look like for an actual prospect that clicks on the form. So I'm just going to go in here and fill out this information, put in some dummy data here. And here's the calendar that they can click on. I'm not going to click on anything just because this is our support calendar here. But then I'm just going to go ahead and click on finish. And then what will happen for you is you will actually get an email alert letting you know that, hey, you had somebody that filled out that form. So let me just do a refresh now in PreciseFP, and I want to show you, I'm going to go under accounts, and I'm going to go to prospects here, and there is that new prospect that I just actually had fill out that form, automatically now added as a prospect in PreciseFP because they filled out that online form that I had published somewhere. And now if I want to maybe export that contact over to like my CRM or financial planning software, even though I just have some very basic information on file, I can then go ahead and do that. Now let's go ahead and talk about the pipeline. So our pipelines are our automatic workflow piece, which is so cool. You can really kind of come out here and automate your processes. So you can have a custom pipeline for both clients as well as for prospects. I'm going to just actually refresh mine here. I'm going to restore to defaults because I want you to be able to see what this looks like when you come out here and take a look at this. So this is kind of the default pipeline that we have here. So let's go ahead and create a prospect pipeline. So what do we want to have happen here? Well, Let's go ahead and take a look, and actually let me go back to the form library here, and I want to show you this template that we have, which is really great. I've seen a lot of advisors use this as a lead gen tool, and it's under our surveys and polls subsection of the library. Really, really popular. This is getting, that contact information, but it goes a little more in depth with them. With this, it's asking them if they're retired. No, then some additional questions will pop up. Really, a lot of folks that do use this onboarding questionnaire, I do see them using this as a qualifier. And this is customizable too, so you can certainly go out there and use this as a starting point if you wanted to. Another great kind of lead gen piece that isn't in the lead gen category, but you can certainly go ahead and use this. So let's add this as part of our process here. Let's use that onboarding questionnaire, and let's just envision that we have that maybe published on our website. So let's go back to the pipeline, and let's set up a path for our prospects to go on here. So let me go ahead and I'm going to delete out the flows that are on this onboard stage. So let's create a path here. Let's say maybe let's add a flow that says when engagement is completed, and we will say onboarding questionnaire. What do we want to happen? What's the action that we want to happen when they complete this onboarding questionnaire? Well, let's engage them with our schedule appointment template. So let me locate that one that I created here. Where is it? Let me do the schedule appointment. So let me see. Oh, it was right under my nose. There we go. So this now says what will happen is when the engagement with onboarding questionnaire in the title is completed, the schedule appointment engagement will go out to them automatically. So then you can kind of continue on the process if you maybe have, which I've seen a lot of advisors do. They kind of also use PreciseFP maybe for a service agreement solution, which we've got another webinar about how you can do that. So maybe the next step of, after they schedule an appointment with you and fill out the schedule appointment template, maybe then we move them over to the acquire stage. So we can do that. So we can say when engagement is completed, in this case, what do we want to happen? Well, let's move them to a different stage. Let's move them to the acquire stage. And now we can start another set of flows to happen in this acquire stage. So let me delete the ones that are there so I can say maybe when they're in this stage for a day, let's engage them with, I do have a service agreement out here, I believe. I do a quick search. There we go. Engage them with my service agreement, and so on and so forth. So you can really kind of come out here, and again, it really kind of creates a path for the prospects to go along, and this is just going to happen automatically. So if the client's, middle of the night going through and kind of filling out these forms, this process is going to just happen for them automatically. These forms are going to go out automatically. And this is just another great piece that's included in the cost of PreciseFP, and it really is, it makes it so that these important pieces of your process are not falling through the cracks. And this is a great example of PreciseFP, how we can kind of go above and beyond data gathering. So what, again, this is saying to me is when my client completes my onboarding questionnaire, then my schedule appointment form is going to go out to them automatically. And when they complete that schedule appointment form, what's going to happen is they're going to then move to the acquire stage. So then when they sit in this stage for a day, which is nice. That way it kind of makes it so that, they're not just boom, boom, boom. It kind of gives them a little break in between forms. Then when they're in this stage for a day, my service agreement is going to go out to them. And then I can go ahead and add another flow here that says when my service agreement is completed, let's convert them. So it will convert them from being a prospect to a client. And then I start on my client pipeline with them, where then I start maybe sending out some additional forms. Now, we do have this defaulted re-engage stage here, where I do see a lot of advisors take advantage of this, where, you know, you can come out here and say, if they're maybe in this stage for 30 days, let's move them to the re-engage stage, where in the re-engage stage, we engage them with the form again. Because that happens, right? You know, you may have some leads that, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if they just, you know, life happens, they didn't, you know, fill out your forms, well, you could have the system automatically engage them again with the form. So this is, again, all customizable with how you work with your clients as well as your prospects. So you can really kind of, you know, keep on, you know, building that relationship with this new contact of yours. Keep on building it, and, you know, turn them into now clients, to kind of have them go through this, again, this process with you. So this is lead gen, and kind of touching on the pipelines as well. We will actually have additional webinars about pipeline, which I highly recommend checking out to learn more how to adapt that into your process. Definitely go out to our website, PreciseFP.com. Click on that webinars page to learn more PreciseFP solutions, how to adapt those into your practice. All right, folks, if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us via our live chat Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're always happy to help. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great afternoon.